Live, but it's not. Okay, it says I'm live, people. Hello. Let's hope this is working, okay? Uh, I'm Jeff, or JB, whichever you prefer. Uh, you know, whatever happens. This stupid thing's gonna fall over again. Uh, Sorry, it keeps falling over, and I have problems with it. It's a microphone. It's supposed to be working good right now. We'll see what happens. Um, I really didn't have a whole lot to go over tonight because I did do a video this morning rather, and posted it. I'm going to try and do this every Thursday night at this time. We'll see what happens, see if there's any interest or not. Uh, I don't know how you chat, but I'll figure that out. If you got this far and you can see me, you can probably figure out how to chat with me. Um, well, anyhow, the biggest thing to talk about right now is Donald Trump and his antics and his little minions, and the fact that the general public and the Democratic Party don't seem to care much. They're just sitting around doing nothing. I think it's time, we remembered other time. I can remember the 60s and stuff with the protests against the war. And I think it's time, we remembered other time. I can remember the 60s and stuff with the protests against the war. And I think that's what we have to do here too. I just think it's necessary to get to the streets now and the protest. If you hear this music, I don't know whether you can hear it. I can hear it. It's Bob Marley's "Stand Up for Your Rights," and that's what I'm trying to say here. Stand up for your rights. Get out there. Scream and yell. Otherwise, 6 months from now, I'm going to be dead broke because they're going to take my Social Security away from me. There will be no health institutes to help you. You don't understand what he's trying to do. He wants the rich to run this country because he believes that the rich people always believe this. The masses can't govern themselves. Okay, that's why you have the government that you have. Now, he's doing a lot of damage, not just with this U.S. aid shutting down, and the fact that he's giving I don't know how many thousands of people a proposed buyout, which was paused, and he now says that's a great thing. Yeah, maybe because he's just going to fire him. Yeah, but you have the education system being dismantled, and there are no public schools. They'll all be charter or whatever they call the other one, charter schools, and they're not free, folks. So poor people don't get educated anymore. They're just trash labor, not even good enough to work at McDonald's, because if you can't add and subtract, you can't work at McDonald's. So this is what it's all about. It's a diminishing of the people that work and stand around and try to make a living and try to get their kids educated so that they can get a better job than they have. This is what it's all about, That music is done. Excuse me, I'm thirsty. This is water, by the way. I don't drink alcohol, and I haven't for over 30 years. It's probably why I'm still alive. I was headed in the wrong direction back then. But anyhow. So uh, dismantling all these, what the bureaucracy, as people call it. A lot of people are going, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, if you're an average person of limited income, where you have maybe a few dollars to go to the movies or take your kids on vacation once a year, you're not going to have that anymore. Um, you're going to have no security blankets, no Social Security, no Medicaid, uh, none of the stuff that they did during the Depression to help out the poor people and the average people that were broke, because that's what you're going to get with Donald and Musk. Because Elon don't care about nothing. Donald only cares about himself. But Elon's just on a power trip. I mean, if you ever see this guy standing around dancing and going, yeah, well, he doesn't care about you. That's why he can do that. He doesn't worry about you. I don't think anybody that has that much money worries about anybody else. I mean, Gates is giving away billions of dollars in charity, he and his ex-wife, but I don't understand. I'm always questioning the motive of people that do that. I just don't understand it. But he's got too much money, and he's trying to get rid of it, and that's fine. Bill, that's Microsoft, Bill Gates. Okay, man, I can't personally stand, but if he does that, if he's really giving his money away for charity, good. Um, I'm proud of him. But the other, that you got the thing that bothers people is that he's there and not doing anything right now. He's speaking up a little bit. I mean, he and Trump don't get along, but but basically Gates is retired. He has been for a while. I mean, he's out of the telecom industry now and everything, so he could pretty much say what he wants to say. Microsoft has got a grip on the world. I don't use Microsoft. I have two computers. I have one with Microsoft on it that I use to stream live NFL games, which as soon as the season's over will no longer be streaming live NFL games with that operating system. It's like Microsoft Windows 11 or something. Very confusing. I use Linux Mint Cinnamon, which is very easy to use. Not a lot of problems with it. It takes a little bit of getting used to. It took me about 10 minutes to get used to it, depending on how far you want to go with it. I basically use it as a Windows computer, so it's not, that's what Mint is. That's what Linux Mint is. It's basically uh, an imitation of Windows, but everything I get is free. You want a writing program, you're going to have to pay for it. Me, I get it free. But anyhow, I digress from the issues at hand. And I just don't know what we're going to do. I mean, now you've got, he's kicking the people out of Gaza, and Nathaniel, or whatever, if that's how you pronounce his last name, Prime Minister of Israel, says, we'll go along with it. We'll send troops in there to kick the Palestinians out. You're going to have a war, okay? Do you think that Saudi Arabia is going to sit by and let Gaza turn into well, what they want to do with it, what they want to do is turn it into a Riviera type place with nothing but the elites can play and the rich and famous can go there. It's like Las Vegas or Dubai now, cost a fortune to buy anything. Uh, the average person can't afford to go there, but you can do whatever you want. You can walk around naked because they know you got money. They don't care. Morals don't count. Um, I guess there's nobody out there to talk to me tonight because I don't even see anybody watching me. Oh well, that's life. I do this for kicks, but I also do it to express my opinion. and hope that somebody listens to it, and maybe we can do something together to try and stop this massacre that's going on. Anyhow, I don't see that. I don't see that happening. Uh, at least for 4 or 5 years. I understand that Trump is panicking right now, really, because he's doing everything as fast as he can to get all this crap in. These executive orders and whatnot before he wants them in. He wants all the questions done. He wants them solidified. They'll be almost impossible to get rid of without a new president. And he doesn't think that the Democrats can put anybody in that can beat him, or if he's planning to allow elections at all. You'll see what happens in the midterms if they allow the midterms to happen. And this is all, they say it's oligarchs that are doing this. And they're right. Oligarchs are extremely rich people that don't give a crap about anybody. They want you to work for their good and nobody else's. All right. There's movies about this. And I tell people this is Rollerball was like that. Rollerball was about corporations running the world, and there's several others. Although the names escape me because I don't even know the stars. James Caan starred in Rollerball, and I happen to see it and like it. It's something the others I avoid because I know what they're about or I've read the books. Um, I don't know what's going to happen. I spent my whole life working till I was 60 some odd years old, and then I kind of retired, and I went on Social Security, and I paid into it off and on since I was 12 years old. My father got me the card when I was 12 because I was doing a paperboy route or something. I don't know why. I didn't handle that kind of stuff. My parents handled that. So I'm assuming I paid taxes and stuff. I don't know. Probably not, because the guy I worked for didn't pay taxes. He finally got caught after years and years and years and years and years. But that's why he was a paperboy. He didn't want to pay taxes. He was actually a very good lawyer at one time, top of his class at Harvard. But you have, I don't know. Well, we got the Super Bowl coming up anyhow, and I won't be back live until after the Super. Maybe I'll do something Super Bowl night. I don't know. I have to think about that. I don't like dealing with drunks, so I don't know whether I'll do that or not. Uh, but we got a little thing going here, so I don't know whether I'll be able to do anything afterwards because I'll be tired from running around and cooking and all that stuff. Because my wife's not going to be here, and then I have to do all this work. But I was reading something today that the offensive linemen are for the Philadelphia are like an inch or two taller. They're 6'6". And they're 26. They average something like 26 pounds more than any lineman on the Chiefs side. And the last time I saw something like that in a Super Bowl was the Washington Redskins with their line was called the Hogs. These guys weren't in great shape, but they were huge. And they had a running back called John or Jim Riggins. I think it's John Riggins. He had a mohawk most of the time, and he was insane. I mean, if you put a brick wall in front of him and told him to run through it, he'd run through it. And he was strong enough to do it too. I don't know how much he weighed. He weighed close to 280 or something like that, 290, maybe more than that. I don't know. That's the last time I saw anything like what they're going to produce. The difference between Philly and the Washington Redskins, as they were called back then, uh, is that these linemen are fast. They're excellent blockers. They have good strategy. Got a good coach. Um, Not that George Allen was a bad coach, but I mean he just went one direction. Um, but you have all these. I mean, if you ever when Saquon Barkley, who I happen to love, even though he's playing for Philly and he's an ex-Giant, and I loved him when he was with New York. He was the best player they had, and they let him go. Stupid. But when you're playing with somebody like Barkley, if you watch the plays, the linemen sort of take the defense and you go. It's a they call one on man coverage, one on one, and what the line does, it takes what's left of the defensive interior and they force it towards the middle. And Barkley will go like he's going off tackle and bounce outside the end, and he's gone. They can't catch him. That's the difference between him and John Riggins. This kid is fast, shifty and fast. So I'm not sure it's going to be a great game, because there are people claiming that it's fixed already, and everybody always does that. So, but you never know. Uh, I'm not so sure it's fixed, but I don't know that. Um, I should have brought my laptop in here so I could actually see if this thing's going out live. Don't know if it is or not. Well, listen, go back to go look up my videos and something like that, my regular videos, and hit subscribe to them, and you'll find out everything that's going on. I'll be in touch with you. You can leave messages there. Very disappointed at it. It doesn't appear that anybody's watching this, so I'm not sure it's going out anywhere other than to my laptop in the living room. All right. Well, listen, it's been nice the first time. I try to keep it around 15 minutes. I'm over that now because I know I get boring. So the rest of you guys, all take care, and I'll be doing this every Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Okay. Have a nice evening.